What made one man powerful enough to become a living god? How did a single pharaoh dominate one of the greatest civilizations in human history for over 60 years? Today, we're stepping into ancient Egypt to witness the rise, rule, and legacy of Ramesses II, the man many call the most powerful pharaoh of all time. And by the end of this video, you'll understand not just how he ruled Egypt, but how he made sure his name would never be forgotten. Ramesses II was not born into obscurity. He was born into power. Around 1303 BC, in the heart of ancient Egypt, Ramesses entered the world as the son of Seti I, a strong and successful pharaoh of the 19th dynasty. From the very beginning, his life was carefully shaped for one purpose: to rule. But becoming pharaoh in ancient Egypt wasn't just about power. It was about becoming divine. As a child, Ramesses was trained like no ordinary prince. He learned military strategy before he was even a teenager. He rode chariots. He practiced archery. He studied leadership, religion, and governance. Because one day, he wouldn't just lead people. He would become a god in their eyes. By the age of 14, Ramesses was already being prepared for the throne. His father made him co-ruler, an early move designed to ensure a smooth transition of power. And this is where Ramesses began learning something critical. Power isn't just taken. It's carefully built. When Seti I died, Ramesses ascended to the throne. Young, ambitious, and ready to leave a mark that would outlast time itself. But ruling Egypt was not enough. Ramesses wanted something more. He wanted immortality. And in ancient Egypt, there were only two ways to achieve that: war and monuments. Ramesses chose both. Early in his reign, Ramesses turned his attention to Egypt's greatest rival, the Hittite Empire. A powerful kingdom located in modern-day Turkey. Tensions between Egypt and the Hittites had been building for years. And Ramesses saw an opportunity. Not just for victory, but for legend. This leads us to one of the most famous battles in ancient history. The Battle of Kadesh. It's 1274 BC. Ramesses leads an army of thousands north toward the city of Kadesh. Confident, determined, but walking into a trap. The Hittites had planned carefully. They spread false information, tricking Ramesses into believing their forces were far away. But they weren't. They were waiting. Hidden. Ready to strike. And when they did, it nearly ended everything. The Egyptian army was caught off guard. Hittite chariots crashed into their camps. Chaos erupted. Soldiers scattered. Command broke down. For a moment, it looked like Ramesses had made a fatal mistake. But this is where the story changes. According to Egyptian records, Ramesses didn't flee. He didn't surrender. He fought. Alone, or nearly alone, he is said to have charged into battle, rallying his troops and turning the tide. Whether this was truth or propaganda, we may never fully know. But one thing is certain. Ramesses made sure the world would remember it that way. Because after the battle, something fascinating happened. He told the story. His way. Temple walls across Egypt were covered with carvings showing Ramesses as a heroic warrior, defeating enemies, standing strong, victorious against overwhelming odds. It was one of the earliest examples of political storytelling. A controlled narrative. A crafted legacy. In reality, the Battle of Kadesh likely ended in a stalemate. But Ramesses turned it into a victory. Because in history, perception is power. And Ramesses understood that better than anyone. But war was only one part of his plan. To truly become immortal, he needed something stronger than memory. He needed stone. Ramesses launched one of the most ambitious building campaigns in human history. Temples, statues, cities, monuments on a scale the world had never seen. Everywhere you looked in Egypt, there he was. His face carved into mountains. His name etched into walls. His story told in stone. One of his greatest achievements still stands today. Abu Simbel. Massive statues of Ramesses, carved directly into a mountainside. Each one towering over 60 feet tall. Watching. Enduring. Eternal. But these monuments weren't just displays of power. They were messages. They told the people. Ramesses is not just your ruler. He is your God. And for decades, that belief held strong. Ramesses ruled Egypt for over 60 years. Longer than most pharaohs. Long enough to outlive many of his own children. Long enough to reshape an entire civilization in his image. His reign brought stability, wealth, expansion, and an unmatched legacy. But even power like his couldn't last forever. As Ramesses aged, his strength began to fade. His body weakened. But his image remained untouched. Still perfect. Still divine. Because that's what he had built. Not just a kingdom. But an idea. And ideas can outlive empires. Ramesses died around the age of 90. An extraordinary age for the ancient world. And with his death, something shifted. Egypt would never again see a ruler quite like him. But his story didn't end there. Because thousands of years later, we are still talking about him. Still looking at his statues. Still reading his story. Ramesses achieved what every pharaoh dreamed of. He became immortal. Not through magic. Not through gods. But through something far more powerful. Legacy. And today, as we stand before the monuments he left behind, we're not just looking at stone. We're looking at a man who refused to be forgotten. Ramesses II didn't just rule Egypt. He conquered time itself.